I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough of that. I don't have enough money. I'm not young enough. I don't have the skills. Lack and abundance are on two ends of the same stick. Both abundance and lack exist simultaneously in our realities. It's always our conscious choice of where to put our attention. Hi, I'm Shauna, and I help people to get more aligned with their potential, personal power, and purpose. In this video, we're going to turn a sense of lack into an awareness of abundance. We live in an abundant universe, but many of us are experiencing lack, limitation, and scarcity in our thoughts. When we begin to understand that we are abundant by our very nature, we will demonstrate abundance in the areas of our highest interest. We'll also take a look at activating the law of circulation through giving, where we will explore living in greater abundance. The action of giving invokes the law of receiving. There are many channels through which abundance and good flows our way. And if we're aligned with this energetic generosity, we can experience a more generous flow of energy, of ideas, of resources, and of circumstance that are aligned with our dream. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 practices of transforming lack into abundance. So number 1, let's increase our awareness of abundance. And to do that, first of all, we want to look specifically at how a sense of lack might be showing up instead. We want to have an awareness of this lack energy, because without an awareness of that energy, we won't be able to transform it. So lack oftentimes shows up in that same old story. And it's a negative same old story. Like, I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough of that. I don't have enough money. I'm not young enough. I'm not educated enough. I don't have the skills. The lack energy shows up in our language, and we can hear it very distinctly. So we want to listen to our thoughts and our words. We want to pay attention to our actions and notice if there's any lack there. And just notice, when you're telling your stories, are you coming up with stories that are based on excuses or reasons why you can't do something? Are you blaming yourself? Are you blaming other people for things? So next, let's take a look at our awareness of abundance, and in particular, how we can increase our awareness of the abundance that is everywhere around us. The first step that you can take is to recognize the abundance that you have and be grateful for it. So for example, I'm so happy and grateful that I have water running out of my tap. There's an abundance of food in my fridge. I have an abundance of amazing friends. So noticing that abundance is so crucial, and then being grateful for it. This shifts our perception, and it brings to our conscious awareness all of the abundance that is around us. And as we become more familiar, as our mind becomes more familiar in connecting to abundance, we begin to see, to recognize, and to identify all of the abundance that's always been here, but maybe have been out of our perception. An important understanding here is the idea of amplified thought. If we hold thoughts of lack will be amplified. If we hold thoughts of abundance and gratitude, those thoughts will be amplified. It's that simple. And remember, where attention goes, energy flows. And your attention, whatever you give attention to, is what you're giving your intention to. Saying, yeah, I would love more of that. Yeah, I would love more of that. So when we pay attention to thoughts of lack, or when we pay attention to lack around us, just know that those thoughts will be amplified. It's our decision to shift into an abundant mindset, to shift into the vision of abundance. And finally, know that we live in an abundant universe. There is no lack. Where we see what appears to be lack is really a lack of awareness of the abundance. giving causes us to become a vibrational match to the freer, fuller, more expanded life that we are creating for ourselves. There's a principle called the vacuum principle. So the idea is that nature abhors a vacuum. So when we give, we're actually opening up that space so that we can receive in return. And that gets the circulation going. So an example of this is that we have to put some wood on the fire before we can enjoy the heat. If I just stand at a fireplace and not put any wood on that fire, I can't expect to get any warmth. I can't expect to get any heat. So for me to be able to receive that heat, I need to put some wood on that fire. So this is the law of circulation at work. Without circulation, there would be no life. Circulation is an activity of energy movement. Without circulation, our body would die. Nothing would exist. So stop and think about what areas of your life could you start revving up that engine of circulation by giving. So think about the areas of your life that you might be experiencing some lack in. Maybe you feel a lack of creativity. If you do, then give ideas. You might be feeling a lack of love in your life. Then give love to somebody. It could be smiling at somebody as you cross the street. So this brings us to our next point, which is becoming a gracious receiver. So in order to create a flow of circulation of energy, there must be giving and receiving, giving and receiving. So in the example of the fire, when we put that wood on the fire, then we're able to receive back. And when we move into this energy of being a receiver, we can actually open the doors for the energy, for the good, for the love, for the abundance that we want to come through the door. Oftentimes we feel like, nope, I can do it myself. In fact, myself, a lot of times I block and I say, nope, I can do it myself. Thank you very much. No, I can do it myself. Thank you very much. When actually, if I keep in mind the law of circulation and all of the good that I can give, all the good that I can receive, I start to move off onto a different path if I choose to become a receiver. But by choosing to become a receiver, you open up a new channel of circulation. So if you open up and say, yeah, you know what? I would love your help. Yes, I would love that. Yes, I need that. Yes, that makes me happy. When you open up those channels within yourself, you're able to open up a new way of being, a new channel, a new path in your life. And there are an infinite number of ways that good can come to us. It might be through an idea. It might be through an insight. It might be through an unexpected gift. So that's the first step, is becoming open to receive. And then the second step is that we become willing to receive. So when we're open to the idea that good can come to us in an infinite number of ways, then we're able to welcome in that energy if it is in alignment with what we would love. So notice where you might have a tendency to push away and to not receive. Maybe it's when someone gives you a compliment, right? If someone says, oh, you look great today, or that was a great presentation that you just gave. Sometimes we just kind of brush it off and we don't receive that compliment. I was talking the other day to one of my friends and I gave her a compliment and her response was, I received that. I received that. It was like catching a ball, right? It was like as if I had thrown her a ball and she had caught it and she was confirming that, yes, that compliment landed. I feel it. So as a reminder, a way to become a greater receiver is to become a greater giver. And this really unlocks the law of circulation to start in motion. The final transformation practice is to celebrate success. It's especially valuable to celebrate the successes of other people who are experiencing the type of abundance that we would love to experience. When we celebrate someone else's successes, It's a signal to the universe, and it's a signal to our subconscious that we are a vibrational match for that same abundance. And we recognize that there's no separation in the energy of success. As we celebrate another person's success, we are in turn celebrating our own. If it is possible at all, it is possible for all. Another way of saying this is that the high tide raises all boats. So what can you do to really ground this energy and ground this in transformational practice? The first thing that you can do is notice and give thanks for all of the abundance in your life. Make a list of 50 things that you're thankful for, and you'll soon notice all of the abundance around you. And next is to be a person of gratitude. Notice all of the good things that you are. Notice the good things that you do. Notice all that you have and have gratitude for that. And finally, you want to notice where you are feeling thoughts of lack. And ask yourself, is there anywhere in my life right now where I'm feeling a sense of lack? And if you are, make a decision to take an action step this week to give in that area. All right, so to wrap it up, increase your awareness of abundance. Expand your capacity to give, especially in the areas where you feel lack. Be a gracious receiver and celebrate other people's successes and successes that you have achieved. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out these other videos for useful tips, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.